Do you have plans to migrate, work, or study in a country where English is the native language? Then you need to have IELTS. Now, if you have already started preparing for the IELTS exam and are still unsure about the basic facts of IELTS, this page is for you. Maybe you are confused about the IELTS preparation and the things involved in the preparation, so let me help you with this. What is an IELTS exam? It's an English language exam that is needed to be taken by the candidates who consider to work or study in a country where English is the main language of communication. The exam mainly calculates the candidate's ability in the four basic English language skills: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. This exam gives a platform for a better understanding and strong command of the English language. One can take the IELTS exam with the British Council or IDP. Why take IELTS? If you plan to work, live, or study in an English-speaking country, you need to exhibit a high English language proficiency. English is the third most verbal language globally, with 379 million speakers worldwide. The ability to communicate in the native language of the country you wish to work or study to use the community. IELTS is the most popular test for those planning to migrate to Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the UK. The IELTS test is globally recognized by more than 10,000 employers, universities, schools, and immigration bodies, including 3,400 institutions in the USA. IELTS test types. There are usually two types of IELTS: academic and general. All test takers take the same listening and speaking tests, but different reading and writing tests. You need to make sure that you prepare for the correct test type. The different sections of the IELTS test, such as listening, reading, and writing, can be completed on the same day, while the speaking section can be completed within a week before or after other tests. The total time taken will be 2 hours and 45 minutes. IELTS academic. This test measures whether your English language proficiency level is suitable for an academic environment. It reflects aspects of academic language and analyzes whether you are ready to begin training or studying. IELTS general. This test measures English language proficiency in a practical and everyday context. The task and test reflect both workplace and social situations. Why take an IELTS academic test? An IELTS academic test is suitable for anyone entering a university or professional institution. Academic institutions prefer these tests. Why take an IELTS test? An IELTS general test is used for the assessment of skilled workers. Immigration agencies often require the general training test for certain applicants. Academic. These tests are mainly for academic purposes. Academic institutions generally accept educational tests. 80% of the test takers chose the academic test. General. These tests are more appropriate for the workplace. General tests are used for the assessment of skilled workers. 20% opt for the general test. IELTS test format. There are two types of IELTS, academic and general. All test takers take the same listening and speaking tests, but different reading and writing tests. The listening, reading, and writing sections of all IELTS tests are completed on the same day, and no breaks in between them. The speaking section can be completed up to a week before or after the other tests. The total test time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Type of test: listening. Test duration 30 minutes. Number of questions 40. Type of test: reading. Test duration 60 minutes. Number of questions 40. Type of test: writing. Test duration 60 minutes. Number of questions 2. Type of test: speaking. Test duration 11 to 14 minutes. Number of questions 7 to 11. IELTS score scale. IELTS results are reported on a 9-band scale. They are designed to be simple and easy to understand. They are represented as band scores on a scale from 1, the lowest, to 9, the highest. The scores are divided for each test component: listening, reading, writing, speaking. These individual scores are averaged and rounded to produce the final result. The scores can be whole numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, or half bands: 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5. Let's see how the scores are calculated. Correct answers 40 to 39 band 9. Correct answers 38 to 37 band 8.5. Correct answers 36 to 35 band 8. Correct answers 34 to 33 band 7.5. Correct answers 32 to 30 band 7. Correct answers 29 to 27 band 6.5. Correct answers 26 to 23 band 6. Correct answers 22 to 19 band 5.5. Correct answers 18 to 15 band 5. Correct answers 14 to 13 band 4.5. Correct answers 12 to 10 band 4. Correct answers 9 to 8 band 3.5. Correct answers 7 to 6 band 3. Correct answers 5 to 4 band 2.5. The academic IELTS and general IELTS tests are graded on the same 9 scale score band. IELTS score 9. Skill expert user. Skill overview. Has complete command of the language. Accurate, appropriate, highly flexible. Has a complete understanding of the language. IELTS score 8. Skill very good user. Skill overview. Has complete command of the language. Accurate, appropriate, highly flexible. Has a complete understanding of the language. IELTS score 7. Skill good user. Skill overview. Has good command of language and has occasional inaccuracies and inappropriate words. Can use complex language quite well in most situations. IELTS score 6. Skill competent user. Skill overview. Has effective command of language and has some inappropriate errors and misunderstandings in some situations. Can use complex language, which is best in familiar situations. IELTS score 7. Skill good user. Skill overview. Has good command of language and has occasional inaccuracies and inappropriate words. Can use complex language quite well in most situations. IELTS score 6. Skill competent user. Skill overview. Has effective command of language and has some inappropriate errors and misunderstandings in some situations. Can use complex language, which is best in familiar situations. IELTS score 5. Skill modest user. Skill overview. Has partial command of language and can deal with overall meaning. Makes frequent errors. IELTS score 4. Skill limited user. Skill overview. Basic competence is limited to familiar situations. Unable to use complex language and most often have difficulty understanding and expressing. Basic competence is limited to familiar situations. Unable to use complex language and most often have difficulty understanding and expressing. IELTS score 3. Skill extremely limited user. Skill overview. Able to convey and understand meaning generally in familiar situations. Communication often breaks down. IELTS score 2. Skill intermittent user. Skill overview. Has great difficulty in verbal and written forms of English. Has some level of knowledge about a few isolated words. IELTS score 1. Skill non-user. Skill overview. Has no ability to use the English language. May know some words. IELTS score 0. Skill not attempted the test. Skill overview. Not answered the questions. I hope I have shared the essential information regarding the IELTS exam. Whether you doubt why to take the IELTS exam, want to know about the 2 types of tests, academic and general, the purpose of each test, and the test format, the exam score scale, etc. Most of us are unaware of what an IELTS exam is. I am pretty sure that you have got an idea about this. What are you waiting for? Get started with your IELTS preparation today with the help of this page. So please subscribe this page to keep in touch for all future posts and updates. Thank you, and have a nice day.